Welcome the rare gems. Don't blend in when you were born to stand out. This is the essence of a Sigma female, an individual who doesn't just participate in the game of life but rewrites the rules entirely. You are not here to follow the crowd or settle for mediocrity. You are here to create, to lead, to conquer. Sigma females don't ask for permission, and they certainly don't wait for an invitation. Their quiet confidence, relentless focus, and unwavering sense of self make them unstoppable forces in any room they enter. Why take part in something that doesn't align with your vision? Why settle for being another face in the crowd when you have the power to influence the direction of the entire room? A Sigma female doesn't just fit in. She shifts the dynamics, turns obstacles into opportunities, and leaves an undeniable mark. This video dives deep into what makes Sigma females so unique, why they naturally rise above the noise, and how they inspire others without even trying. Stay tuned, because you're about to unlock the blueprint to owning your life. Number 1. They don't join crowds. They build movements. Sigma. Females are not wired to blend into crowds or follow the majority. They see beyond the surface, recognizing that crowds often dilute individuality and promote shallow conformity. For a Sigma female, there's no value in simply being part of something for the sake of belonging. Instead, they analyze situations with clarity and purpose, spotting gaps and opportunities that others overlook. They don't waste time competing for attention in spaces where everyone looks and acts the same. Instead, they quietly carve out a space of their own, one built on originality and meaning. This ability to build movements rather than join crowds stems from their focus on depth. Trends, cliques, and groupthink hold no appeal to them because they know these things rarely last or lead to anything meaningful. A Sigma female would rather stand alone than compromise her values or vision to fit in. Her independence is her strength, and it gives her the freedom to think critically and creatively without the constraints of external influence. But what sets her apart isn't just her independence, it's her ability to draw others who crave authenticity. She leads not by shouting her presence, but by embodying qualities that resonate deeply with those around her. People are naturally drawn to her clarity, purpose, and quiet confidence. When she builds something, it's not about her. It's about creating something that matters, something that inspires, something others want to be part of because it feels real. While the crowd chases fleeting validation, the Sigma female works silently, building something bigger than herself. She creates movements that outlast the noise, leaving behind a legacy of substance. This is why she doesn't just participate. She transforms the very space she enters, making her a true force to be reckoned with. Number 2. They don't need a team to be formidable. They are the team. Sigma females aren't just part of the equation. They are the entire equation. While others may seek validation or motivation from a support network, Sigma females rely solely on themselves. They are the embodiment of self-sufficiency, their inner strength and determination fueling their every move. They don't need external forces or a team to propel them forward because their drive comes from within. What makes them truly formidable is their ability to stand alone without feeling weak or incomplete. They don't seek approval or assistance. They craft their own success with unshakable confidence. They trust their abilities and make their own decisions, free from the influence of others. This autonomy allows them to move without hesitation, unburdened by the need for validation or external support. While others may falter without the encouragement of a team, Sigma females thrive independently. They understand that relying on others can be limiting, and they've mastered the art of self-reliance. They don't wait for someone else to light the path. They create their own, walking it with the kind of conviction that demands respect. In a world that often praises collaboration, Sigma females prove that true power lies in the ability to stand alone. They are their own foundation, and with that unshakable belief in themselves, they rise above any obstacle, turning their solitude into a source of extraordinary strength. Number 3. They excel in observing human behavior, not to manipulate, but to understand. Sigma females have a unique skill for observing human behavior, but not for the reasons most might assume. While many people analyze others in search of ways to manipulate or gain an upper hand, Sigma females do it out of necessity. Their ability to read people isn't about exploitation, it's about understanding who they're dealing with and navigating the world more effectively. They know that trust is earned, not freely given, and their keen observations are a way to protect themselves, ensuring they can make informed decisions before they invest time, energy, or emotions into anyone. This deep level of observation is subtle but powerful. Sigma females are not the ones to jump to conclusions or make rash judgments about people. They take their time, quietly studying others' actions, reactions, and even their unspoken cues. They watch how people behave in different situations, noting patterns and inconsistencies, all while staying seemingly detached from the drama or chaos unfolding around them. What others don't realize is that Sigma females are constantly gathering information. They pay attention to the way people react under pressure, how they treat others when no one's looking, and how they navigate conflict. This gives them an unparalleled ability to discern who can be trusted and who can't. And because they never rush to make judgments, when they do finally make a move, it's always deliberate, calculated, and often spot on. This ability to understand people without rushing to manipulate them not only protects Sigma females, but also helps them maintain control over their environment. They don't play games. They simply know how to operate in a world that's often full of them, and they do so with an almost uncanny sense of clarity. Number 4. They control narratives without saying a word. Sigma females have an uncanny ability to control the narrative without ever uttering a word. They understand that influence doesn't always require loud declarations or constant verbal affirmation. Their mere presence is enough to shift the energy of a room, change the direction of a conversation, and ultimately reshape the entire storyline. They don't need to argue their point or dominate discussions to make their mark. They simply step in with authority and let their actions do the talking. It's not about being the loudest person in the room. It's about being the one whose presence commands respect. Sigma females are masters of nonverbal communication. The way they carry themselves, their calm confidence, and their clear, deliberate actions speak volumes. They know how to make a point without saying a word, and in doing so, they often influence those around them in ways that others fail to notice. What's even more powerful is that they don't feel the need to constantly push their ideas or assert control over situations. They wait for the right moment, then act with precision. This sense of timing, coupled with their silent confidence, allows them to guide outcomes without the need for confrontation or verbal dominance. Others may try to steer the conversation or assert their opinions, but the Sigma female stands firm in her quiet power, knowing that true leadership doesn't require noise. This ability to control narratives without saying a word makes Sigma females magnetic. People are drawn to them not because they seek attention, but because they radiate a quiet, undeniable authority. They influence situations effortlessly, and in doing so, they establish themselves as key players, unseen but entirely in control. At number 5, they have a laser focus on results, not recognition. Sigma females don't waste time chasing applause or seeking validation from others. Their focus is locked firmly on achieving results, not on basking in recognition. In a world where so many crave credit and thrive on external approval, Sigma females stand apart by letting their work speak for itself. For them, the outcome is the ultimate measure of success, not the applause it may or may not bring. This laser focus on results makes them remarkably effective. They cut through distractions, ego battles, and superficial gestures, channeling all their energy into what truly matters, getting things done. They don't care who gets the credit or who's watching. They care about tangible progress. This mindset not only ensures that they accomplish their goals, but also makes them indispensable. People quickly realize that while others talk, the Sigma female delivers. Their disinterest in recognition doesn't mean they're unaware of their worth. On the contrary, they are deeply confident in their abilities, but they don't need the spotlight to validate that confidence. They know that true respect comes from actions, not empty accolades. By staying focused on results, they consistently prove their value in ways that no amount of praise could replicate. What's most striking is how this approach cements their influence. People gravitate toward those who produce real results, and the Sigma female becomes the quiet powerhouse everyone depends on. Her lack of concern for recognition also makes her unpredictable. She's not driven by the same motives as everyone else, which only enhances her mystique. In the end, Sigma females remind us that recognition is fleeting, but impact lasts forever. By prioritizing outcomes over applause, they secure their place as forces to be reckoned with, respected not for what they say, but for what they consistently achieve. Number 6. They're always 10 steps ahead, but they never reveal their strategy. Sigma females are not the types to rush headfirst into situations without first assessing the broader landscape. They play the long game, consistently thinking 10 steps ahead while others are still trying to figure out their next move. Their ability to anticipate outcomes and foresee potential obstacles sets them apart. They see the threads connecting people, events, and opportunities before anyone else can. And this foresight allows them to position themselves for success in ways most never even considered. But what makes them even more formidable is their strategic secrecy. Sigma females don't broadcast their plans, strategies, or intentions. They know that revealing their next move too early can give others a chance to disrupt or derail their objectives. Instead, they operate quietly, methodically, and with a clear vision, working behind the scenes while others remain distracted by short-term goals and immediate reactions. This doesn't mean they're inactive. On the contrary, they're constantly preparing, analyzing, and positioning themselves, but they do it in silence. Others might see their calm demeanor as passivity, but in reality, the Sigma female is always plotting her next step, making decisions that will lead to a future she's already envisioned. When it's time to make her move, she does so decisively, and in that moment, the strategy she's kept hidden becomes clear to everyone, often leaving them in awe of how well she's executed her plan. Sigma females understand that success is not just about making the right moves, it's about making those moves at the right time and keeping the element of surprise on their side. Their ability to keep their cards close to their chest while playing the long game is one of the key factors that allows them to stay ahead of the competition, always a few steps beyond everyone else. Number 7. They're not defined by external circumstances, they define them. Sigma females don't let life dictate who they are or how they move through the world. While others may react to the hand they're dealt, Sigma females take charge, reshaping every situation to serve their vision and goals. They understand that circumstances are just that, circumstances. They don't let external factors define their path. They define the path themselves, no matter the challenges they face. Whether they're confronted with adversity, uncertainty, or an unexpected setback, Sigma females remain resolute, adjusting their approach to turn those very obstacles into stepping stones. They possess an unshakable confidence that comes from knowing their own power. They don't waste time complaining or lamenting over what they can't control. Instead, they focus on what they can change and actively create the conditions necessary for their success. If life hands them a difficult situation, they use it to sharpen their skills, broaden their perspective, and refine their approach. Where others might see a roadblock, Sigma females see an opportunity for growth and transformation. It's this relentless self-determination that sets them apart. They don't wait for circumstances to align perfectly. They take initiative and carve out their own reality. In doing so, they become masters of their own fate, capable of turning any situation to their advantage. Sigma females don't merely exist within their circumstances, they transform them, molding the world around them to match their unwavering vision of success. At number 8, they don't wait for permission. They create the opportunity. Sigma females are not the type to sit around, hoping for an invitation. They don't wait for someone else to make the first move, give them a seat at the table, or open a door for them. They create their own opportunities from scratch, designing their path without waiting for permission. If they see a door that's closed, they won't waste time trying to unlock it. They'll tear down the wall surrounding it and step through with the same confidence they carry in every aspect of their lives. They understand that success doesn't come to those who wait. It's made by those who act. Sigma females don't depend on the approval of others to validate their worth or potential. Instead, they find ways to make things happen, no matter the obstacles. They take control of their circumstances and shift the dynamics, carving out their space, even if it means building something new entirely. This mindset is what sets them apart from the crowd. Where others see roadblocks or dead ends, Sigma females see a challenge to overcome, a chance to rewrite the rules. They are relentless, resourceful, and determined to create the opportunities they need to thrive. In a world that often expects people to follow established paths, Sigma females forge their own, unapologetically and unyieldingly. They don't wait for the world to offer them something. They make it happen on their own terms. Number 9, they possess an innate sense of self that refuses to be diluted. Sigma females are grounded in a deep, unshakable understanding of who they are. Unlike those who seek validation from others to feel seen or important, they possess an innate sense of self that is immune to external opinions or judgments. They don't need the approval or recognition of others to define their worth. While the world may push people to conform or seek affirmation from outside sources, Sigma females stand firm in their self-acceptance. They've already made peace with themselves, knowing their value isn't dependent on anyone else's perception. This internal clarity empowers them to move confidently, unbothered by the noise of the outside world. They don't need applause or constant reassurance to validate their choices. They trust their instincts and make decisions based on what feels right for them, not what others expect. This unwavering sense of self is both their strength and their shield. It allows them to navigate life with a quiet, powerful confidence that others find magnetic. Sigma females are not swayed by trends or the opinions of others because they know that their worth comes from within, not from external factors. They've built an identity so strong and authentic that nothing, no matter how tempting or persuasive, can dilute it. In a world that constantly tells people to seek approval, Sigma females prove that true power lies in knowing and owning who you are. At number 10, they don't fit in, and they don't care to. Sigma females don't bend to fit into anyone else's expectations. While the majority contort themselves to match societal norms and conform to what's deemed acceptable, Sigma females stand unapologetically outside the lines. They're not trying to fit in, and frankly, they don't care to. Their strength lies in their refusal to conform, their ability to carve out a space that's entirely their own. They are the anomaly, not because they don't belong, but because they refuse to be boxed into a limited version of what others think they should be. While the world tells people to follow the rules, Sigma females are the ones rewriting them. If they're not the anomaly, they're the rule breaker, challenging every expectation and turning conventions on their head. This isn't about rebellion for the sake of it. It's about authenticity. Sigma females are driven by an inner compass, not the approval of society. They know that true freedom comes from not being shackled by societal standards, and they walk through life with a sense of confidence that refuses to be diluted. They're the ones who redefine success, who redefine what it means to be a woman, and who set their own terms for happiness and achievement. In a world obsessed with fitting in, Sigma females are the ones who stand tall and carve their own path, unbothered by the need for approval. Because they know that to be truly extraordinary, you have to refuse to blend in. Number 11. They don't follow trends. They dictate them. Sigma females aren't followers. They are the ones who set the pace. While others scramble to keep up with trends, Sigma females are already ahead, creating the future. They don't look to the crowd for direction or validation. They trust their own vision and instincts to guide them. They don't need to follow what's popular because they understand that true power comes from defining what's next. They are the ones who shape movements, not just participate in them. When they see something missing or a better way to approach the world, they build it from the ground up, drawing others in with their authenticity, conviction, and innovation. Where others follow the path laid out before them, Sigma females carve their own trail, setting new standards for success, style, and influence. Their strength lies in their ability to look past the current moment and envision what could be. They are the trendsetters, the ones whose ideas and actions ripple through society, shifting the narrative and altering the course of what's popular. The world doesn't catch up to them because they've been following. It catches up because Sigma females are the ones who lead. They understand that true leadership isn't about being first in line. It's about knowing where the line should go. Sigma females don't wait for others to tell them what's cool. They make it cool, and the world just follows. Sigma females don't just exist in the background. They dominate their own narrative. They don't wait for permission, follow the crowd, or adhere to expectations. They carve their own path with a quiet confidence that speaks volumes. They understand that real power comes from within, and they trust themselves to make things happen regardless of what others may think or say. Being a Sigma female is about owning your space, being unapologetically you, and realizing that you don't need anyone's validation to thrive. You don't take part in the world. You shape it. While others are waiting for their chance, you're already ahead, creating opportunities, breaking barriers, and setting new standards. You don't just adapt to the world, you redefine it. So if you're a Sigma female, wear that with pride. Know that your unique strength, vision, and resilience are your greatest assets. You're not here to fit in. You're here to stand out, disrupt, and lead. The world will catch up to you because when you know who you are and what you're capable of, there's nothing that can stop you from taking over. Keep forging ahead, unapologetically and boldly. The world is waiting for you to show them what's next. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video. Bye for now, and God bless.